Ahead, reshaping retail after the holiday season. And we always have our eyes out for good video. Later in the show. Welcome to 3 Times Square this Tuesday from Reuters World Headquarters in New York. Retailers continue to blur the line between shopping in stores versus going online. The latest example coming from Target, which has decided to match prices of rivals online year-round. It offered to match prices on websites of competitors like Amazon and Walmart over the holiday season, and it's now extended this. The move comes after it reported flat same-store sales in December. The sales picture weaker at Sears. Comparable store sales declining nearly 2% over the holiday season. CEO Louis D'Ambrosio departing in February, though a source says his decision was influenced by a family illness. Chairman Eddie Lampert to replace him. At Signet Jeweler, parent of the Kay and Jared chains, same-store sales rose nearly 5%. The company saying business has remained strong since the end of the Christmas period. Well, a different story at GameStop. The video game retailer saying sales over the holiday period fell between 4 and 7%. Checking the shares of all three right now, we've got Sears down at about 3%, Signet up nearly 7%, GameStop down over 7%. Video game sales declining as more people play games on their mobile phones. The focus on smartphones boosting Samsung, which said it's selling them at a rate of 500 a minute. It predicted a quarterly profit of $8.3 billion. AT&T selling the phones of Samsung and others at a record rate for it, 76 a minute over the past quarter, or 10 million in total. The shares of the Dow component closed at 35.39 Monday and are now at 34.92. Retail results for the crucial holiday season also coming in the UK. Our Axel Threlfel joins us from London. Axel, not as bad as they could be, is that right?
Well, I mean, no, okay, not as bad as it could be, but pretty underwhelming, Lisa, is how the British Retail Consortium described these lackluster sales in December. It seems the tough environment really did stop quite a lot of people from spending too much, even in the run-up to the holiday season. Total value of goods sold up just 1.5% from December last year, I should say 2011. In real terms, so taking consumer price inflation into account, the numbers look even worse, suggesting contraction in the economy in the last quarter of 2012, which is, by the way, what a lot of people are pointing at and talking about a triple dip as well here in the UK. Online, by the way, looked pretty strong, up about 18%. I guess no great surprise, given it was one of the wettest Decembers on record here in the UK. Overall, as you say, Lisa, I mean, not too bad, but really not great either.
All right, Axel, thanks so much. Let's talk about a big hit in the UK, turning to some fictional friends of ours from there. It's big ups for the gang from Downton Abbey. The season 3 premiere of the British-based series scored record ratings for PBS stateside, pulling in nearly 8 million viewers. That's 4 times the average viewership of PBS primetime shows and almost double season 2's premiere last January. Folks watched the long-awaited wedding of Matthew and Lady Mary Crawley, except for me, mine still TiVo'd, and tweeted about it too. PBS said the show got nearly 100,000 tweets during Sunday's telecast. And while we're in the UK, British rocker David Bowie, remember him? Breaks his nearly decade-long music silence, making him our power player of the day. The 66-year-old releases his new single today called Where Are We Now? So where is he? Take a listen.
Had to get the train from Potsdam.
Ziggy Stardust is a 2-headed voodoo doll? I don't know, maybe not. The song is a melancholic look at the time Bowie spent in Berlin in the 1970s when the city was still divided. It'll be followed by Bowie's first studio album since 2003 called The Next Day. It's due out in the U.S. March 12th. And finally, Bowie may be sprouting 2 heads, but how about these colossal human body parts on the streets of Santiago, Chile? A massive free-roaming eye, mouth, and foot formed part of the, quote, human body parts performance from across the globe. Melbourne, Australia's world-renowned Snuff Puppets Puppet Company. They came over to Santiago, Chile. Giant manicures and pedicures may have been needed, however, were nowhere to be seen. That is the latest from 3 Times Square this Tuesday. You can follow us on Twitter at Reuters Insider and check out our Reuters YouTube channel at Reuters.com/Reuters TV. I'm Lisa Bernhard. This is Reuters.